All right. Hello, Greg. So good to see you again. Uh, you're going to be a champion again in 2023. We're so excited to have you on board. I've just got a few questions for you today to kind of go through your whole Best Buddies journey and get to know you a little bit more.
Absolutely. Happy to be here, Sean. Thank you.
All right, awesome. So I know you kind of started your Best Buddies journey all the way back at Fairfield University in Connecticut. Is that correct?
Yes. I don't want to date myself, but it was a long, long time ago. When I was a student at Fairfield, I was a participant in the Best Buddies Friendship Program, and then had a very long hiatus from Best Buddies, and had a number of different events happen in my life. And through fate or luck or whatever you want to call it, was reintroduced to Best Buddies when Best Buddies started in New Jersey chapter not too long ago.
That's awesome. So did you have a buddy back at Fairfield?
I did. I had several. I think the program's gone through a couple of different iterations since, but it was a fantastic program. I had several college friends that were in it with me, and we'd take our buddies to Fairfield Stags basketball games. We went bowling, went to the movies, and it was just great to build a one-on-one friendship with, someone in the community that at the time, felt like a little bit of an outcast, and really was looking for more of a human connection outside of their immediate family. And, just to be able to have a few of those buddies over that college years definitely strengthened my college experience, and, left me with a greater appreciation for what folks that are in the intellectually and developmental disabled community go through, not just from, a schooling and a job standpoint, but also just from, a human connection standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic. So more recently, why don't you tell us about your experience with bringing an intern into your workplace with an intellectual and developmental disability?
Yeah, so and I've spoken to some other businesses that have been entertaining the idea of either bringing on an intern or bringing on a full-time person with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And I think it starts from a place of wanting to do good. At least for us, I know that's where it began. But after having three interns, over the course of a 3-year span, we realized that not only is it the right thing to do, not only is it feel good to do, but also these people that were take a tremendous amount of pride in their work. They all had individual skill sets that added value to our company, and everyone at the company really wanted to see these people succeed. And I think it was great for the culture overall, because we kind of rallied around these interns, who also provided a unique and outside perspective, as folks that didn't work in our industry prior. And they, like I said, in all three instances, these young individuals took a tremendous amount of pride in the work that they did, and all three of them we had a great experience.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like that's exactly kind of what we're trying to shout into the world. So it's so good to hear that from a firsthand experience. So, why did you decide to become a board member for Best Buddies in New Jersey back in 2019, back when we were first getting started up?
So one of my good friends, who's actually the best man at my wedding, was on the board of Best Buddies Massachusetts, which is, one of the long established chapters. And he had remembered that, I did some work with Best Buddies back in my college days, and he said, Best Buddies New Jersey is really they're launching, and they've got a lot of momentum, and you should really speak to the president of the group and find out, if there's any way that you can help out. So I spoke to the president, and I felt like that there were a lot of great people already on the board, and that I had some unique skills that could hopefully help in some way. And it's been a tremendous experience over the last several years.
It's great. Awesome. So you've been involved in a bunch of different programs for Best Buddies. Do you have kind of one that is closest to your heart, or any like initiative that you're particularly passionate about?
I think that the jobs program, just because of the experience that we've had with the internship program, was kind of eye-opening, and I think that for me, that's something that, going forward, I want to, play a larger role in helping companies realize that not only is it the right thing to do, and to have to look for people that have intellectual and developmental disabilities that have a unique skill set that can add value to the business. I think it's, from a business perspective, it's the right decision as well. And I think that there's a lot of good work that can be done to kind of open people's eyes in the same way that mine were opened, in terms of the value that these folks can bring to a company or an organization.
Awesome. Yeah, and kind of so related to that, as a champion, you have this platform to kind of advocate for change. So what do you believe is kind of one of the most pressing issues faced by individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities? And what steps do you think that we can take to start to address those issues?
I think certain companies have already kind of set the groundwork, and they can serve as a model for other companies, where they're widening the lens in terms of the populations that they're looking for participants in the workforce. And whether that's typically underserved groups, or looking at different places to find good talent. Some of the companies that are in the jobs program can really serve as a model for other companies to do the same, and can increase the opportunities for those folks that, again, have their own unique skills that can be a tremendous resource to many of the businesses out there. It's just kind of getting the word out and really using those as case studies. And I think for me, one of the things that's been helpful is just having people come to the Champions Gala, because I'm not the most articulate person. And just to have them see with their own eyes and hear with their own ears the stories of folks who have lived that journey, and some of the roadblocks that they've encountered, I think it opens their eyes to say, we really need to find a way to reduce some of that friction, and to make this a much more attainable objective for people that have intellectual and developmental disabilities. Remove any stigma that might be associated with that, and really value these folks for the tremendous skills that they have.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that was such a pleasant conversation, Greg. Thank you so much for sitting down with me and talking about your upcoming 2023 champion campaign. We're looking forward to seeing what you do.
Likewise. Thanks, John. I appreciate you.
Thanks so much. All right. Hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Take care.